So the Patchouli are back, and we've got several new patchouli fragrances in my collection that we're going to talk to you about. Coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If you like watching fragrance reviews, videos about fragrances, learning about fragrances, participating in fragrance giveaways, and you've been watching this channel and still haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. And that's right, the two Patchouli are back with patch fragrances. New patchouli fragrances. We love patchouli, and I've actually acquired some new patchouli fragrances. And one of them, or both of them, were featured in our top 20 patchouli video. We definitely know that Dalya's bottle of Noir patchouli from Histoires de Parfums was featured, but now I have a bottle.
That's his.
And this is hers.
You have the bigger one.
Size queen. And I think we featured Portrait of a Lady in the video. I can't remember for now, but I have a brand new bottle. So we're going to tell you all about these. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 new patchouli fragrances. So which one should we start with? Why don't we start with Montale? We have patchouli leaves from Montale. So you love Montale, don't you?
Let's see it, Patchouli.
But no, do you like Montale in general?
I don't think I have anything by Montale. I don't know that I would say I love them or don't love them. I think of them as having a lot of ouds.
Look at it, sprays kind of golden. Ooh, beautiful.
Wow.
You like it?
It is a very powerful patchouli.
Beast mode?
It reminds me a little bit of the Nasamoto vetiver grass, kind of that same
Hindu grass?
Hindu grass, right?
I like vetiver grass.
Yeah, I like it too. I have it, but it's...
No, I'm saying I like the name vetiver grass.
Oh, so when we make a perfume?
Yeah. What do you think of this?
This is great. This is gorgeous. It's
definitely Montale.
It's a beastly, strong, dark,
Chocolatey.
delicious, earthy. I would say earthy patchouli.
It's earthy, but
there
it's chocolatey.
It's got both of them.
Yeah.
It's great.
If you like Montale fragrances and you love patchouli, this one's definitely one to try. This is called Patchouli Leaves from Montale. So let's try the New Music Festival. This is from Maison Margiela, or Maison Margiela. And this is inspired by Woodstock.
1969.
1969.
The fragrance description is patchouli and fresh bud.
Yes. Who doesn't like to smell like patchouli and cannabis?
Well, we live in San Francisco, so I don't know, I've suddenly got a conversation piece by David Bowie in my head. Oh, this is a very different patchouli. The fresh bud is very evident at the opening.
Yeah, it's definitely evident.
Almost floral.
You think?
Don't
it's
you?
very herbal to me.
Herbaceous?
There's also like a creamy pencil shavings element in there.
Definitely.
You think so?
Correct.
Yeah? It's not
For
woody
the
and
people
dusty.
taking notes at Woodstock.
It's not woody and dusty, it's creamy pencil shavings. There's also an underlying nuttiness as well.
I don't get the nuttiness. I do get the pencil shavings. I actually don't really get a lot of patchouli from this, if I'm honest.
It's more cannabis. It's more bud.
Maybe it's in the base notes and that's where it ends up.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
But go figure, inspired by Woodstock in 1969.
If I was doing a fragrance inspired by Woodstock, I would have some sort of like a mud element, like a petrichor, like maybe like some quality to represent the mudslides and the people like...
How about rain?
Sure.
Because, you know, that's what caused the mudslides.
Yeah, the petrichor could do that.
You think? Add an ozonic layer to it?
It's my association.
Okay.
Not with, you know, like torrential downpour, but... Anyway,
Okay.
What else you got?
So, speaking of the 60s, we have two fragrances inspired by the 60s that are patchouli, because patchouli was big in the 60s, right?
When he says we, he means...
The other one I've actually spoken about in a previous video for L'Instant de Guerlain Poem Extreme. This is Tempo. Inspired...
This is gorgeous. This is
I love this.
This is a warm, cuddly... if you like the Reminiscence patchouli, you'll go crazy over this one.
The dry down is most beautiful on this one, and it does remind me of L'Instant de Guerlain.
It starts out like green and fizzy, which is where I think you're getting the association with the Guerlain.
But this is a 50th anniversary fragrance because Diptyque was started in 1968 or 69, I can't remember. So they did an inspired by that era fragrance. So Patchouli was big. So now we have these two Patchoulis inspired by the late 60s.
That's gorgeous. That to me has more of a herbaceous quality than the music festival one.
Yeah.
Beautiful, green, bright.
Oh man, it's sexy also.
Is it?
It's very sexy. This
Let's
is a really
try
sexy fragrance. Do you like Diptyque as a brand?
I like them. Unfortunately, they don't generally work on my skin. That's why I kind of just went for the spray here.
That's so good. That's so good.
So far, so good.
Tempo by Diptyque is so good. So good. So good. So we have a new patchouli from DFG 1924. I've done a couple of videos about them. If you haven't watched them, please watch. I have the links in the info box. But what's this called?
Il Mercante di Sogni.
Il Mercante di Sogni. This is a patchouli fragrance that I fell in love with when I was at Exxon's last year. And I sampled it last year in Pitti as well, and I kept coming back to it. Now this is not your typical heavy, dense patchouli. This is more a lighter, but still kind of like a heft, kind of a patchouli where it's more light and airy, but the patchouli kind of weighs it down, makes it heavy, but everything else around it is kind of light and uplifting. So if you are opposed to wearing really heavy fragrances and you think patchoulis might be a little too strong, then I think this one is definitely one to try. I love this one.
Very bright.
I was wearing it recently and somebody said, oh wow, the room smells so strong. And I was at a cafe. I didn't realize it was going to be that strong, but I thought it was pretty light. But I guess I oversprayed.
It's very light on my skin. I can't imagine anybody being overwhelmed by this.
I might have oversprayed, but I think I only did like 6 sprays. That's what they said. So anyway, this is DFG 1924. It's an Italian brand. If you don't know it, please check them out. And it's Il Mercante di Sogni.
Beautiful bottle.
Yeah, that one. So that's another patchouli in the collection. Then we're going to a couple of Frederic Malle fragrances. And now I have obtained a bottle of Monsieur, this one. And whoa, this is a beast mode patchouli. Slightly animalic. Woo!
I never gave this one a shot because of the name. I just made an assumption.
This is created by Bruno Jovanovic.
Very animalic.
This,
That's exciting.
This is supposed to be the men's version of Portrait of a Lady, even though I find Portrait of a Lady to be pretty masculine. But
wow.
Do you like that?
I do. That's powerful.
Wow.
Well, hi Mary. Pinky.
There's also something
See how it wears on me.
a little underlying kind of like industrial kind of smelling note in there that I'm having a difficult time like narrowing down what it is, and I love that about it.
Like some sort of oil or tar.
Yeah, something like that. It's really, really good. Monsieur by Frederic Malle.
So
Awesome.
Here's the Diptyque on me.
Oh, it's bright. It's nice.
It's not really a very dense patchouli. Like the green, the herbaceous quality kind of tempers. No pun intended on the name. To a lighter kind of almost iris.
Oh God, I love that on you.
Where did I put things?
But anyway,
Monsieur is
beast. All right. So how about Portrait of a Lady?
I have this. I love this.
So this is a new bottle of Portrait of a Lady. I'm glad to have it, and this is one of the best. I mean, I guess I wouldn't really call it a patchouli, but it does have a pretty dominant patchouli note.
Oh
but
my
it's
gosh, such
it's
the
rose.
gorgeous rose. This is the rose to end all roses.
It's rose, it's incense, it's cinnamon, it's cloves, and of course it's patchouli.
This is something where it's if I were a perfumer, I might look at this and kind of think, what's the point of making another rose? That it's where do you go from there? That is the reddest.
Do you call it a
red
masterpiece?
rose. Yeah, absolutely.
Really? I think so. The story was I went to Barney's to buy Black Afghano and I fell in love with this, but I was on a budget at the time. I went back the next week to buy.
It was out?
Portrait of a Lady. No, it was not out. I bought it. But it was the most expensive fragrance I had ever bought, ever, at that time, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
It's, yeah.
But anyway, Frederic Malle, Portrait of a Lady, masterpiece.
Portrait of a Lady is one that I have and I've had for a long time, but I almost avoid wearing it because it's, it is on the pricier end and it's a very special occasion kind of
Really?
wear for me.
It's a compliment getter too, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. At 20 paces.
All right, so now, last but not least, Histoires de Parfums, Noir Patchouli.
I do love how they do this. You can get a quarter bottle, a half bottle, or a full bottle, which is very, it looks cool and it is cool. It's not, I mean, especially if you have a collection, maybe you don't want full bottles because you want to have something achievable that you might work through.
Okay, so we're going to compare.
Okay.
You said there were some differences.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong end. Yeah, almost medicinal on the one that's mine. Similar opening on yours.
Yeah.
So far they're the same.
Yeah, they're the same. But really great patchouli.
This is I said it before, this to me is like a black leather evening kind of ensemble.
The only thing that I would actually, it's not a negative, but the only thing I would say, this kind of reminds me of 1740 Marquis de Sade, the fragrance that they have.
Well, that
which also
actually
has
kind of
no-
makes sense,
Yeah.
considering what the Marquis de Sade is known for. And this is a very leathery patchouli.
Yeah. Other than that, it's a great patchouli.
The name is apt. On me, it wears much less dramatic, which is kind of good. It's still a heavy beast mode kind of evening, but the leather eases into more of a vanilla patchouli on my skin.
Wow, vanilla.
Yeah, no, the leather doesn't hold for me. There are other fragrances with leather that wear on me as leather. You're not going to be able to wear anything else on that hand
For the rest of the day?
No, it's great.
It's great.
It's a really good one. Well done.
So yes, totally well done. But what do we like about patchouli fragrances before we wrap up? What is it that you like about it?
Versatility.
Do you think it's versatile?
I don't
think it's versatile.
Absolutely. It's an anchor. I'm not sure why it's so polarizing.
I'm not saying the versatility part about making the fragrance, as far as like wearing it into the outside world. What do you like about it? Like,
I like that I can wear reminiscence patchouli and people want to give me hugs, and I can wear Hindu grass and people seem to think I'm really cool, and I can wear Noir Patchouli and have a dramatic evening kind of classy fragrance. I do think it's very versatile.
okay. I don't find it as versatile as you find it, but I find it to be delicious.
Let me smell it on you.
Not necessarily this particular patchouli, just patchouli fragrances in general. And you guys, if you're a fan of patchouli, let us know what you like about wearing patchouli fragrances, and also let us know which patchouli fragrances are your favorites. And if you're curious to watch our top 20 patchouli fragrances video, I'll have a link in the info box. You should watch it. But other than that, until next time, until another 5 or 10 patchouli fragrances, we'll do another video. And perhaps next time we'll do a top 30 patchouli fragrances video.
God.
Maybe a top 100 patchouli fragrances video. If you want a top 100, let us know. We'll start working on it today.
It probably wouldn't be that hard.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh my God.
Anyway, guys, let us know if you have any questions or comments. Please list below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, there's a link in the info box. Please subscribe and also click the bell notification so you'll be notified for any future videos and giveaways. Other than that, please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.